Oh, when you leave the supermarket.
Oh, like that 7-Eleven has to
7-Eleven
let you know how high you are?
Yeah, when you
feel weird not committing a crime right now.
Shout out to our buddy Trey Gallion, who you also will see on camera, and
he's living the life, man.
Yeah.
He's living the life.
Gotta let you know that Trey is in town if you're watching this in real time. Trey is in town tomorrow night, Saturday night. So Friday and Saturday night. That's May 19th and 20th. Does that sound right?
That sounds right. I'm looking into the camera because Home Dude said looking into the camera.
You don't have to look into the camera.
Yeah,
He's just letting you know where your camera is.
Well, no, I can't stop looking in the camera.
Now you're in the vortex or the matrix or whatever. Some of you, he may owe some of you money, and it would be a good time for you to come by and collect. Mm-hmm. Right?
What?
Well, you used to live here. I'm sure there was a reason you ran to New York.
No, man.
You probably had debts that you couldn't pay, and leg breakers are after you.
You wronged somebody.
No, it's because I kept going to jail for just owing the state of Texas money. That was it. It wasn't even for
a couple
weed
ladies,
or anything.
a couple ladies come and introduce you to your sons.
Wow, then that would be wow, you just
Wow,
locked
that's a
me
lot
up.
of stutters. A
Right,
lot of stutters,
you
bro.
just locked me up. I hadn't even thought about that, Bob. Jerk.
Here's a great thing, though. If they brought a kid from the time that you lived here before, that kid would be 15, 16 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And that's easy pickings at that point.
That's true.
Well,
You can
but
hang out, teach them how to ride the bike, all that
Right.
stuff.
Sure, but they could they still come after me for back child support or whatever?
Well, don't give them any ideas, dude.
Well, I'm not gonna. I'm just asking legally.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Legally, they could come after you, but when
Right.
they take you to court and they see the amount of money you've made over that time, it's you know what I mean?
Nothing
He
to
did this
give.
child a
Yeah.
favor.
What are they gonna? What are you gonna be like? Oh, I owe you rolling papers.
No, right. That's I have
The
nothing.
genius about living your life in a lifestyle that you've lived in all these times is it's no one can really harm you.
No.
Can't take nothing from you.
No, my bank account, like I used to be super stoked when there was a comma in my bank account,
Right.
And now it's like teetering on. Actually, it just got under a comma right a couple weeks before I got here.
We'll get you back over a
It's
comma,
gotta be
bro.
No, I'm
expensive,
back
though.
over now. We're good now, but it's teetering. I mean, rent's
And New York
expensive.
isn't exactly the cheapest place in the world you could have moved to.
Well, no, but that's like, what am I going to do? Move back here and pay twice as much?
Exactly.
New York's a bargain.
For real, dude. No, my next move is going to be to the country somewhere. I got it planned out.
Where do you think you'll go? I know it's like a question a lot of Austinites
Everybody's
ask
going to
themselves. A lot
Fayetteville.
of
That's
people
the
are
new
leaving,
Austin.
going somewhere else. Where would you go?
Yeah, I ain't doing Fayetteville, homie.
No.
Nah, I'm going a little further east than that. My dad is from Knoxville.
Oh, that's
I
right.
shouldn't
Rocky
say
Top.
it because then it's going to blow it because some of the people here with money might decide to move there. It is such a dope little
Knoxville.
town, and it is like Austin back in the day, but even smaller.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But just as hip, especially now, like things have really changed. And their comedy scene's blowing up there too.
Well, Leanne Morgan's helping that. You remember remember
Totally.
Leanne from back in the day. Have you seen how
Yes.
like her career, she's
So
not only
happy
playing the
for
ACL
her.
theater here, but they just had to add a second night because
Oh, are
she
you
sold out so
serious?
fast. Yeah.
Man, good for her.
Yeah.
She is awesome.
Yeah, she is.
She is dope. She's been around forever working it, and I'm so happy. And the funny thing is like, and because I've hung out with her, and we're completely different.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she's married, has kids, squeaky clean, all that stuff.
You're
and-
single, you ride a motorcycle through Manhattan, you are high all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But no
it's just
judgment.
that mutual love, and then and then I'm like, my dad grew up in Knoxville, and she's like, oh, you're just a sweetie pie, and the whole thing, and then that's that. So yeah, like because my family's got a little chunk of land that's been in, like my great granddad bought it, so going on 100 years now, and so it's 15 minutes from downtown, but when you're there, like you're in the woods, dude.
Really? So
Yeah.
Knoxville's the place for us to all go.
Yeah, we all.
No,
That's
and
what
it's
he
right next
said.
to the Smoky Mountains.
We were talking this morning because somebody apparently told somebody who's coming to Austin that the best place to hang out is 21st Street. I think what they meant was between something and First Street. I mean, you know what I mean? Like but somebody heard 21st Street, so they wrote on Reddit. They're like, "Hey, where on 21st Street is the place that everyone hangs out?" Because like somebody told me that it's a big place to hang out. It's 21st Street. I'm coming with my wife and another couple, and we want to hang out on 21st Street. So people immediately corrected him on Reddit, but I'm saying we want to start pages that are just like top 10 sites every tourist must see in Austin, and then just give random intersections where there's nothing to do, just to spread out some of the like bachelorette parties that come here, bachelor parties, all of that.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Just be like, yo, why don't you go hang out at Anderson Lane?
Yeah, the
and
Crossroads.
Mesa?
The Crossroads.
Yeah.
183 and Anderson.
You know?
yeah, you got to hang. Oh man, the Big Lots up there, and it's incredible.
The Domain. Yeah,
well,
go
the
to the
domain
Domain.
is actually packed.
Which
It's
is ridiculous.
nuts, dude.
Good.
Yeah, you know where the new Cap is, don't you?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Dude, because my sister loves it. And so I'd have to go when I'm previous trips, you know, she'd be like, hey, meet me and my friends at this place in the Domain. I was like, are you kidding me? I got to go to the Domain. I've gotten lost in the parking garages there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
just
pink,
like
purple,
I have
green,
no idea
yeah.
where I am.
Does it
You gotta
seem-
know the colors.
Yeah. Does it seem bizarre to a kid who grew up here? You went to high school in Westlake,
Westwood and
sorry.
Hyde Park. Graduated from Hyde Park.
What do you, go Jesus? What do you?
Yeah, well, I went to church, you know, because I do have, like, my
Your parents were missionaries, weren't
yeah,
they?
Yeah, and so went to church there, and then I had another buddy that was at Anderson and another buddy that was at Westlake, and they came to us, and one of the coaches, and was like, hey, man, will you come play sports for Hyde Park? And we'll pay for half of it for that, and then we'll pay for the other half because you're poor and you go to church there. And was like, word. And so all three of us transferred there our senior year.
Were you good at sports, or did they really bet on the wrong horse there?
No, I was private school good. I wasn't 5A
Private school good.
Westwood good. Like, I was good enough. I played.
Chewy played it in Taylor, and Chewy was Taylor good.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you guys play? You guys didn't play full. Like what?
Played Thrall, and I was Thrall good.
They're all good.
Yeah. Like, I
Did
got
you guys
patches on my
have-
jacket and
You
stuff.
got, but you guys didn't play like that 5-on-5 or whatever, did you?
No, it was 1A and
Okay.
2A, I think, 1 year.
All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I was good at, you know, I got the little special patches on my jacket and stuff from playing sports at Hyde Park.
But after growing up in that Austin, is it weird when you come back and see
That there's
this
a city
Austin
within the city.
and running around like the Domain, where you're just like, is that really a Prada store?
Well, of course. Of course. The supercars, that was a big one. Like a couple years ago, I was staying with a buddy over off of Infield and on Bonnie.
Okay.
He had bought a house over there that turned into $1 million house all of
Right.
a sudden. But just driving
Just $1
around
million,
there. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
all the supercars.
Right.
You know, just, yeah, the amount of money that's come in. And then, yeah, like it changed a long time ago. Like this was probably like 5-6 years ago. Before Doug Millard moved back here, we just happened to be in town at the
Doug's
same time.
another stand-up comic who was in L.A. for a decade.
Yeah. But we were walking down 6th Street, and both of us were just like, this is a complete...
terrifying,
none of
isn't
this,
it?
None of this looks familiar. It doesn't feel familiar anymore. It's a completely different deal.
Don't look anybody in the eye.
No. I almost wore my Black Cat Lounge t-shirt.
That would have been awesome, dude.
Yeah. Like,
Would've been
that's
awesome.
going way back.
What
was
is
the
the
Black Cat?
significance of the T-shirt? You should put it on camera because it's the first thing I spotted when you walked in the room. I don't understand the significance or why the city of Philadelphia and Pink Floyd have been collided on a T-shirt.
It's just why are they mashing anything up nowadays, Bob?
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know. Maybe if one of the guys
You're
from
still
Floyd,
hip.
if maybe David Gilmour was born in Philadelphia or
No,
something
it
and
was
moved
just
to England.
so this was a birthday gift because for people who don't know, I moved here, Austin, my freshman year in high school, but before that, I grew up right outside Philly.
And you should know that also, the entire time that I've known Trey, he's a huge Phillies sports fan.
Yeah, man.
In an annoying way.
In a very annoying
In
way,
very
especially
annoying
living in
way.
Texas. Like, I'll mess with the Spurs. I love the Spurs, but any other Texas team, man, like you get. Well, there are a few that I really dislike, but anyway.
But as long as that's a gift, that's explainable.
Yeah, so Jeff
But
Tate
if
and
you
his
had bought
brother
that-
found this.
Okay.
And they were like, oh, Philly and Pink Floyd, that's perfect.
That goes
for Trey.
together. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure they played Philadelphia.
Man, you're having a real problem with this,
I don't
dude.
understand the.
Why does your little grease drop have wrenches on your
I don't
hat?
know. This is from Revival site. We should get you hooked up over at Revival.
These
You're
are the
right.
things that's
Yeah,
great
we're
though
right.
about
I don't
Bob.
ride
is
anymore.
I'll rock one of
he
them.
will get focused on the minutia of something, and he'll tell you this is what's really bothering me, and you can come back like 2 days later and go, because I know that he's probably.
No,
you're
go ahead.
you're going to ask, why do you have Bennington on your Ramon shirt?
Yeah.
Can
I
you
know,
answer that?
Because they
Was
sent
he
it to
in
me.
the Ramones?
No,
All right.
but I'm a fan of Bennington.
yeah, and the Ramones?
I've been on Bennington. Have you been on Bennington?
No, I haven't been on
Been on Bennington
He
many
seems
times.
like a nice guy.
He's
Like
actually
that,
really
like that
nice.
thing is driving me so crazy. Do you see what's wrong with that big station banner that they just spent buku dollars on?
that it's all janky on top?
Do you know what I've
Yeah.
been doing for the last 3 days with a Sharpie?
No.
Slowly coloring in the pixelated angles.
What?
Because he's bothered by the worst minutia and design stuff. It drives him crazy.
That would bug me on a level, but not to that level.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "What? This is 2023, and that's the best that you guys could print. Like, where did the banner budget go?"
Let's, before anybody feels
the
bad or gets their
APD?
feelings hurt, a mistake was made, and it's being reprinted. Let's just say that.
Well, thank goodness.
You can't fix it with a Sharpie.
Can I take that one home?
smooth that line is.
Turn that camera so that people can see what
I
he's
mean,
doing.
it does look way better. That little part of the 3,
Sorry,
but that's
Oliver.
gonna take forever, dude. Don't do that.
I know. I'm not going to do it over.
Wow. I mean, embrace, dude. Embrace your whatever that is that's making you do that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's. Do you have any weird peculiarities, things that drive? You don't. I don't know why I'm bringing it up. You, like we said and we hit earlier,
Yeah.
you are a very high, relaxed dude.
Yeah. I'm a little gassy.
It works for you. But it works for you.
But
like
yeah.
you're not like a guy that gets hot. I mean, you said before that you might have you may not have pursued your career to the ultimate, but you've had, I think, a career, or you're having a career that a lot of comics would be envious of.
I mean, I wish I was making more money and working on the road a little more regular. Like that comedy doesn't fully pay the bills.
Hey, COVID didn't help either. I
No,
mean,
not at all.
3 years off the road, essentially. But, I mean, you travel a lot. You're hooked up with a lot of big acts who have been kind to you also. And when they've hit some big times, they've said, hey, come along for the ride. Let's go have a good time.
Yeah. I haven't taken full advantage of a lot of the stuff, though, because I am very much still of that mindset of like I started stand-up comedy. I'm one of those that's like, I started stand-up comedy because I love doing stand-up comedy. And the business side of things still really bothers me. And
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any better at it, which is annoying for me because that's like I feel like if I put just a little more effort into the business side of things, that the comedy would be paying my bills. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because you look at it and it's like, I'm not like, look, I am not the funniest guy out there, but then you see a lot of the people that are working regularly and you're like, well, I know for a fact I'm funnier than that person.
Yeah, I mean, we and this has nothing to do with funniness, but we talked last week to Dusty Slay. I don't know if you know him at all, but you may know of him.
Yeah.
And he's one of these guys during COVID who just started putting out tons and tons of content on TikTok.
Yeah.
And his friend was like, you should get on TikTok, and he's like, I'm a grown ass adult. Why would I go on TikTok? No kid wants to see me. It'd be more. I'd be embarrassing
creepy, yeah.
myself to go onto a kid's playground like that. And they started putting up small clips or whatever, and now he's here playing the Paramount stuff, and he's just like, yeah, I don't know, I don't get it either. He's like, I've always enjoyed doing stand-up. I like doing stand-up. It's like, I don't fully understand all the success, but I'm gonna write it while I can. It was a good interview with him, and I think that there is something to be said for.
Right place, right time.
Well, and I think that Trey and I came up at a time where if you were trying to push yourself, like you had
Right.
people that would push you, but if you tried to push yourself, it was gross.
It looked weird, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
gross and it looked weird.
Like
And
Dane
it's-
Cook. Remember all this
Right.
the
Right.
crap he
and
took?
he seemed weird because we were like, what's up with all this self-promotion?
Right.
You don't do self-promotion. You get discovered by Comedy Central, and then they promote you.
Right.
And it seemed very narcissistic to promote yourself. Now, the business, managers literally are like,
They demand it.
managers aren't like, oh, I'm going to take you under my wing and I'm going to promote you. They're like, I will come and manage you
You get famous.
If
I'll
you-
come and manage you after you
Get famous.
Go get famous.
And then I'll come and get 10% of whatever you're making. It's the whole business has turned around.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like that's the thing is like I've been stuck. Like followers is a big deal. You know, like that's what people look at when you're booking gigs. It's like how many, and I'm stuck at like 2,300 followers forever, and it's because I don't care how many followers I have on social media. I mean, but now that translates into butts and seats, and so it is a little frustrating. The aspect of like the people like that come in and they can pack a room out, but you know they don't have 45 minutes worth of material.
But remember this. Remember, it's not just show. It's show business.
Right.
And they know the business side, even if they don't fully understand the show side.
Right. And they're still packing the room out, and they'll get up there and look, because a lot of clubs are booking these people, which is fine. I mean, it's
They
one
gotta
of
make
those
money.
where it's
Clubs
like,
gotta make money.
right? And I wish they'd find other venues besides stand-up clubs to do it.
Well, they have. They're going to the theaters now. They're
Yeah,
getting that big.
But it's also a lot younger crowds, and I've watched some of
yeah.
them, and it's just like watching somebody that's entertaining at a party tell stories.
Yeah.
But they don't have an act. They're just up there because they know the business of it, and they have to put something together. They have to get up there and talk for 45 minutes.
Right.
But the crowd
But
just eats it up.
But you're not going to become old and bitter about it, are you?
No. I know. I'm past that. You know,
you went through your bitterness period,
I
and
worked
now
through
you're.
it. Yeah, man.
It's working for you.
No, it's fine. I'll just keep doing my thing and hope that something pans out at some
What are
point.
your social handles?
At Trey Gallion, TreyGalyon.
TREY, Trey Gallion.
Yeah,
GALYON. Well, you're going to get like 4 more followers because of this.
And dude, that's going to be so great for me. Like that's huge for me.
Put you over the top.
Yeah, even if it comes in over the next couple days, I'll be like, wow, I got 4 more people.
Here's the great thing: when your follower count is lower, 4 actually moves, and you'll be like, oh, I increased my follower count by a certain percentage.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
you lost
negligible.
6 women probably.
Oh,
Your comments.
I forgot.
fine.
We were supposed to
So
get you
it's-
canceled
it's
today.
This appearance was a wash.
I'll get them back in a couple minutes when we start talking about abortion. That'll be great.
Yeah, that'll work. That should work out for you.
But I'm one of the, like, I don't know how my algorithm is because I'm one of those too. Like, people be like, they'll have way more followers than they follow.
Right.
And I'm one of these that I just like following everybody. I'd love to get it to where the people I'm following is more than my followers number just for funsies.
But is
would mess up.
that your game? Is that who you are?
I mean, it kind of is. Like, I don't
No, I'm saying are it huge
getting
follower
followers?
counts and I mean I've just never really seen you as that
No.
dude.
No, and I'm not, but unfortunately nowadays, like that translates to exposure.
Sure.
You need to have more followers to get up on all these algorithms because I'm certainly not going to pay for any of that. You know.
I understand. Trey Gallion, you can go check him out tomorrow night or Saturday night, 8 o'clock, the Red Room at Cap City
Upstairs,
Comedy
yep.
Club. I believe, I haven't been in the Red Room. I think, did they move the old Balthazar sign into the new Red Room?
Yes.
Oh,
I believe it's there.
Yeah, so that'll
Andy
be fine.
Ritchie.
Is
R.I.P.
Andy still with you?
Oh, he's back at Ray's place in my
Okay.
backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still carry him around with me.
Andy is a fantastic comic as well that we all came up in the business with. Andy unfortunately passed away for a very cruel brain cancer. But you have a little vial of Andy that goes everywhere on the road with you, and so Andy is still touring, which is a very nice part of that story, I think.
It's fun. It's fun for me. It's fun for Ruby.
Yeah.
Ruby's his ex-fiance who was also she's so super funny, but she stopped doing comedy a while ago.
Well, I think, I mean, she went through a lot.
Yeah,
she
she
went through a
did.
lot. Trey, thanks for coming in, man. Thanks
man,
I'm
of
glad
course.
Thank you,
old
man.
old
Good
wounds
seeing you.
were healed. You're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
You've you may not be past at Caroline's, but you're past at mornings with Matt and Bob.
That's awesome.
Thanks to Renegade again, Renegade Truck, for sponsoring this video segment. And I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow, right? What do I
Yeah,
need
tomorrow's
to
going to be Friday. Fun Friday.
Oh,
so.
I've got a car wash?
Oh, I still got that brakes. We didn't get that car wash done already.
No. can do either one
we've
right
been having
now.
so much
Son
fun
of
today.
a
Oh,
dealer's
my
choice.
goodness. Tommy's Express Car Wash is newest location.